Good afternoon, everyone. Hope I find you all well. Oh, let's just adjust me. Hello. Okay, so I left you yesterday, and I've started to put on all the spars, as it were, all the boards, as it were. Well, I've finished it, rough and ready, as you can see. It was very much like the bottom of a barge or a slipper or something like that. Yeah. Point is, it doesn't have to be pretty. You know, you're going to paint a lot of this. A lot of this you're going to hide with other things. And if you get patches and stuff, that's great, because you just cut off square bits of card and make it look like it's a plank being nailed on later. And remember, it's a fantasy boat, it's not real. So yeah, how was your evening? As you see, it's a bit on the kink. Yeah, you can see the kink on it. Yeah, well, it's alright. That'll straighten up with some strings and ropes and whatever once I put the ropes on it. Yeah, even me a little bit of the front's a little twisted, but hey, it's getting there. Nearly there. Nearly at a stage where I can start adding fancy bits. Ooh. So anyway, there's my boat at the minute. There's my stand. Oh, I think my stand's going to need a bit of a rethink, because the back bit's wider now than the come on, play fair. Yeah, the back bit's wider than me what's it, but that's okay, because I'm going to have to cut out for the keel anyway very shortly, so we'll do that now, because it doesn't matter. And just to make that a little bit more sturdy, stand up. Thank you. I've already had an accident this morning, knocked my coffee 6. So I've got a bit of a soggy end up the end. Soggy end. Giggity. Yes, I know. As I said, I've been trying to give up innuendo, but it's terribly hard. So anyway, yeah, that's enough of that. Give it a bit of, yeah. Just when I cut this, it was because I had room. Now I don't have it, because obviously I've made the back wider for my starting piece. Right, okay, here we go. Fun and games time. Let's make this wide enough for what I need. Thank you. There we go. That'll do. Oh, that's much better. I think that sits much better, don't you? Yeah. And it's giving me a bit of room for when I put the rudder in and the keel and everything. This bit at the front is leaning forward. I think I might let it lean forward, cutting out a bit for the keel, like I did on the other bit. Come on. Okay. Yeah. The keel. Yeah, and let you look forward. Oh, it's got soggy. Ah, that got soggy as well. Fun. Let's give it some support, shall we? I don't know if it'll glue to it, but come on, stand up. It was your fault. I lost my coffee, Mr. Glue Gun. Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, you can look at me all sheepish. You know whose fault it was. So yeah, anyway, I've got my rough idea for what I want to do. And of course, we've got somewhere to sit it while I work on it, which is helpful. So yeah, again, that'll be the coffee I spilt. Let's see if we can make a cuppa without making a mess. Okay, so here we go. Cheers everyone. So, how was your evening? Hope your evening's trusted to be very well. You enjoyed them? So, I've got her that far. That is by no means pretty. So we're going to make it pretty, but not before I add some stuff to my fire, because it needs it. It's gone out. And it needs some encouragement to come back to life. Shouldn't need a lot. These little bits to sort it right out. Oh, I'm talking to myself here. Yeah. There's my liquefier. Can you see it? Dinky little thing. A friend of mine made it for me. I think I might have mentioned it before, but it's made out of a little 2.5 kg 2.5, I think. I don't know. Can't remember. Don't know the measurements, but it's tiny. It's a tiny little thing. Look. I think you can just make out how big it is. Look at that, isn't it dinky? But it don't half chuck out some heat. It really does. Really good little fire. Yeah. So I've turned you around so you can see what I'm doing. Because, you know, rude to have your back on people, I'm assuming. Oh, look at that. The heat's already there. It's starting to cook things, which is nice. Won't take long for that. Roar up again. Oh yeah, I can hear it crackling. It's already starting. There you go. Go on. Let's have some heat, please. There we go. Now flameage. Isn't that wonderful? Doesn't take much. Once it's been lit once, it doesn't take much at all. But it does take some feeding. If you don't stay on top of it, it'll go out on you. Because it's a dinky little fire. And the draw pipe is like twice the size it needs to be, but oh, what a beautiful sound it makes. So yeah, so I saw online today a thing, well I saw it yesterday actually, but I saw a thing, when this is all over what would you do? It's kind of like the kind of question you get when, you know, if you won the lottery, what would be the first thing you do? Well, you know, I wonder what it would be. I don't know, to be quite honest. There's lots of people I want to visit. I want to get out on the trike, so I could kill two birds with one stone by getting on the trike and going and visit a lot of people. And there are a lot of people that I've been meaning to visit, and through one thing and another I've not been able to because, well, stuff gets in the way, and you think to yourself, well, I won't go down today, I don't know what they're up to, or I won't torment them today, you know, or they might be busy this weekend or whatever. But there's one thing this thing's taught me, is life is too precious just to forget people that you love. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, let's whiz you around. I think the first thing I'm going to do when I get out of here, when the quarantine is over, so we're going to go and visit people. People I'm meant to visit, I never quite got round to. I'm going to put some miles on my old track. I'm going to see a lot of people, and I'm going to hug the shiznits out of them. And it's funny, before this thing came along, it was like you took for granted that you could go any time to go and visit people. Yeah, I can go any time to go and visit them. I'll go next week or the week after, maybe the week after that. Something always comes up, something always crops up, something always gets in the way. I think the one thing I'm not going to let happen is let things get in the way anymore. The important thing in life is not things. Funny enough, it's people. I miss people. But hey, I digress. Fire's cooking, and we're moving over to the boat. So I got that far. It's a bit messy. It's in no way square or true, but you know, I'm not making Mary Rose or anything here. Purely fantasy, just for fun. Something you can do with your kids if you want, or something you can do yourself and just have a bash at it, you know. So I made the boat. It's a bit lopsided. I need to square her up, so give it a twist. Beautiful thing about cardboard is it's quite forgiving. Give it a twist. Yeah, look at that. Almost square. So anyway, yeah, the next thing I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to make a proper deck for it. There you go. I need some cardboard. I have loads of cardboard here, big sheets. But I got some Weetabix box as well. And do you know what? I prefer the Weetabix box, to be quite honest, because that expensive stuff feels cheap in comparison. Go figure. So yeah, so I'm going to have a go at this. So my shape is roughly and this is really just a rough shape, because at the end of the day, I am not creating the Mary Rose here, so yeah. got me rough shape. It's and then I'm going to cut my decks out of it. So what I need. So there. About there. Okay. Before I do that, I'm going to have some fun with it. Choose what way you want your decking. I'm not sure what it does on a boat, but me, I'm going to choose my decking just to give it some, you know, whatever authenticity as you'd like. Yeah. So, not using a pen or a pencil. I'm using a chopstick with the end cuts fine, and I'm going to score this fucker. And just regular intervals, score it. Doesn't have to be perfect, because all I'm doing is actually making it easier and patinating it, if you like, giving it some. Oh dear, might press too hard on that. But, yeah. Beautiful thing about not using a pencil or anything, and just an old bit of stick, bamboo. Let's let it break sharp. And just keep marking it the full length of that. Now, I'm going to go with the fact that I think this is the way it went, but I've done no research because it's not a historical boat. Of course, if I wanted to make a historical boat for a start, I would take proper measurements. And I've done none of that. As you've seen, most of it is a bodge, because I don't know if you can work that out. I don't know if that shows up on there. Can you see? Yeah. So all I've done is made lines. Now you can, if you wish, just do something like this. Now I want my. I'm not too worried about how neat this is, because the cracks that I make in the actual the wood planks, or the imitation wood planks, the little bits of cracks I put in there, just makes for better patination in my book. Now my wife does this thing called Stampin' Up, and she's got dyes and all sorts of things that can that have got wood grain effects and all sorts. And I thought I really wanted to go overboard. I just sneak into her workshop when she's asleep, because I'm not allowed in there normally because I'm too messy. I've been told the only reason I can go into my wife's workshop is if I have a cuppa in one hand and a bacon butty in the other. Ha! I built her a little workshop on the side of the house so that she could get a wheelchair in there and do some card making if she wants. But to be quite honest, she does most of it from her bed nowadays, or at the kitchen table, because they're easier access, you know. And she makes some lovely stuff, I've got to admit. She does. She goes out online And she makes some lovely stuff. It takes her a long time to do it, but you can see the thought that's gone into it, and it does look pretty, and it keeps her occupied. And this is the one thing with disability that's a surefire way to see you to an early end, as it were. I'm going to mark that because I don't want it to go astray. Is not having anything to do when you're unwell. Right, so I want a divot cut out of you. Right there. I'll do nicely. And that will sit there. Now, I'm not worried so much that that's come over the edge at the back there. See that? That's come over the edge of the back there, because that will give me something to put the flat plate to. But yeah, this is where it gets arty-farty, as it were. That's that. Yeah. That's that there. I don't want that to curl so much, but there we go. And we oh, this is smoking. Might have had this fella on a little long. It's alright. When it bursts into flame, I know I've had it on too long. Ha! There we go. And that gives you the idea that there's a deck there, yeah? You make out the lines on it, yeah? There you go. So, one. Now, is that on? It is. But is it the right? Ah, there you go. I do. So I shall patternate every bit that's going on now to make it look like paneling, so when it comes to take that off there, when it comes to it, all said and done, it will look like a wooden wall once I've dry brushed it, which will help no end. In order to do that, facilitate that, you need to glue it on. Now, what I don't want is too much glue over the top now. This is where I'm getting fussy with how I'm doing my glue and how I'm adding my card. I don't want lumps of glue everywhere like that bit, and that bit's got to come off. That really has to come off. That's it, it has to come off, because I don't want it there. not so worried with the sides yet because I haven't got around to making them pretty. Yeah, it's lovely and toasty in here. Right, I might have to take the coat off. I know it's freezing out there. They're even threatening snow. Snow. But then our weather system is well and truly up the wall. My daughter describes it as hormonal. Maybe that's why they called it Mother Nature. But hey, who knows? Who knows indeed. So yeah, yeah, I'm quite chuffed with that. That's come alright. So in order to get that bit, I want that level with the side there. Yeah. Get it to where I want it. So yeah, so what now all I'm doing now is I'm covering what I've already done, but I'm covering it in such a way that it looks pretty. And I know you could have done, I could have done the original bit like it looks pretty, but then I would, if I was going to do it that way, I would have, to be honest, measured everything. And as you know, I've measured bugger all on this. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just making it pretty now, or prettier. To finish off what I want to do. So yeah. Okay, so we don't do that one, we'll do it that way. There, so there. So we're going to cut that off there. See, all I'm doing now is offering stuff up to the original job, seeing if I have enough wherewithal to fit it, and then just fitting it. There's no measurement really, apart from what you do by eye. Hence the reason there's no measurements to this thing. It just is what it is. And of course, you can take as much or as little time over yours as you want. But I can guarantee it will have an end result that will astound you, to be quite honest. Astounded me the first time I'd done it, and I was doing it. So yeah. Little extra there. Just about to take it off. There we go. Look at that. So it's coming on, yeah. And I'm not worried about the back bit too much because there's more to go on there. As you shall see. I might actually measure a bit for that. Don't count your chickens, like, but yeah, I might indeed. So next bit of deck. Now this bit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something different altogether. This is as measurement conscious as I'm going to get. Yeah, I reckon it's about there. So let's see, shall we? And because I want the deck to look like it's all one piece. I take the hole out. And that actually, when that is in place, got out the top of it for the glue, but there you go. That should give me quite an adequate base for the ship. Right, so I've just realised my deliberate mistake, and that is I'm going to have to remove my front stay, but that's okay. It was only spotted on there. So go to that, just like that. Look at that. And there you go. How's that? It's not bad, is it? It's working. So yeah, that's that. And then finish off running some glue at the back there. Just to hold it down. How's that? This is a very quick twist, wouldn't hurt too badly. That's it. There we go. Not too much of that in there. That's it. There you go. There. There's the deck. We should pull these into shape with the ropes. Believe it or not, they do a wonderful job of that. Who'd have thought? So yeah, there you go. That's what I'm doing for today. So once you've got your base there, I've done a deck for it. I prior cut the stand ready, so that when I put a keel on it, everything will be hunky-dory. Now my keel, do you remember that slit I cut out of there? Well, my keel is going to be cut from that. Just slip that round the phone. Perfect cut. Look at that. So, and my keel for my ship will be, let's give it a nice shape, shall we? Now, I'm cutting it short because the next bit I cut will be the rudder. So, my rudder piece my keel. And my keel will sit there, on there, like so. Oh yes, it will, once I've trimmed out a few bits. So I need to cut off a piece, that piece, and then when I do this, I will glue it in place. So, trick being obviously, that's how I locked my tea over last time. Careful, Jeff, careful. So yeah, that will go there, just like that. Oh. Lick your fingers if you want a flat lid. Yeah. And I want that as square as I can get it. Oh, here we go. Now what I have done is give myself some glue to play with. And there we go. That's that. Now that is not going to stay looking like a keel long if I don't strengthen it. And I'm going to strengthen it with these ones. Take that end off because I don't want it. And we're going to start as we need to go on. So a little rubber in there. Stay. Thank you. That's it. And yeah. That's it. That's one bit. And then we grab another one. And move you out of the way before I knock another one over. Grab you. Take off the wet. We don't need it. Thank you. And just so I can show you what I'm doing. Placing that near an angle. I'm licking my finger because I don't want the glue to stick to it. Now I've tried doing this with a wet sponge. Dip in the sponge, do that, do the sponge, do that. But for some reason, spit works better. So yeah, my plan is strengthen this as I go. Just like this. And because well actually So, so yeah, the plan's in. This. Strengthens it. See? It's just two little strips that you put on. But the amount of strength it will give that rudder now, that tail bit now, will help knowing when it comes down to it. And I'm not too worried because I'm going to take it right up the back. I've got to stop with it. I really have to stop with it. Innuendos, don't mind if I do. So yeah, that'll strengthen that, and out. That'll strengthen that side, and that'll be it. And there's our keel. Now the reason I didn't put the keel on prior was I didn't want it bending and I wanted a flat base to sit it down on. Now that I've done that, you see the keel on it? Yeah, now I've done that, I can, oh, don't want to lose the film, I can now, or you can now, see why I put these cuts in. Is that the right way around? No, that is. Right, we'll sit happily now in there. Look at that. Perfect. Well, nearly. But it's good enough. It'll hold it while I work on it, which is good. I like the idea of something being held while I work on it. I've got to stop. But yeah, so I have noticed that this is still not wide enough. So let's see if we cannot change the dangle of the angle a little bit more. Nearly slick. Do you know, I've carried a knife my entire life. I've yet to stab anyone but myself with it. Very handy tool, a knife. Good utility tool. You know what? I need to make you just a little bit wider too, I think. Not much, just to take the corners off, I think. Just to give me a bit of what's it? One way. Might as well give myself some supports in there to hold up to where I want it. Because, you know, I have loads of spare cards and it doesn't hurt. Oh, bugger. I suppose it would help if you pick a bit of card that isn't wet. Hey, right, okay. You're annoying me now, so I need to annoy you back. I want that bit of card. You'll do. Yeah, you'll do nicely. So that will go there, like so, and just give me a little bit more support for that fella. See, this doesn't have to look pretty because I'll make a proper stand for it at a later date. How wide? How wide do I need it? That wide? Yeah, I do. So there we go. Do it that way. Do that. And do that. And yeah, so just need a bit there, bit there. That'll do. And this bit. And a bit there. And a bit there. Make it in. I'll rest in the boat then. At least you're not knocking the cuppa over this time. That can go there. Oh, I hate it when I get glue on in that, but hey, it'll come off when it dries and sets. Stops messing with that. Gotcha. Bugger. That's it. Right, okay. That's that, that's that. Last but no means least, we'll run up. And on that. That's it. Yep. On there. I think yeah, there. That'll do it. That's it. I'm going to have to make a stand for that at some point, I think. Right, so there's my boat. And if I'm right, that will now sit there. A lot sturdier. There you go. How's that? It's coming on, isn't it? Don't you think? How cool is that? Yeah? Well, I think it's looking okay. Okay, so now just there's my picture that I covered in water earlier. Tad tea stained, or coffee stained I should say, and I've lost lots of the picture, but it gives me enough I think to give me an idea of what I need to do. Yeah. So yeah. Not need much am I? Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. A bit there. And a bit there. And a bit there. And then I'll cut there. Yeah. So that's that. There's that. See where we go with it. Let's see. If I do that, place that on there as central as I can. That's it. Swing it off to one side for a sec. Pop there, pop there. Swing it back. Find centre. As near centre as possible. There. Squeeze. I think that will be adequate. Told you, square, and then just off square. Okay, square enough for what I need. We're not going for an engineering project here, we're just doing something off the bat to bed the boredom. There we go. What do you think? How do you think? Are we winning? I hope we are. Oh yeah. Remove these because they're in the way. Yeah. That's cool. Right, okay, so need to measure this bit. You thought I was going to get out of tape measure, didn't you? Nah. I'm not that clever. I see. So it's like I like it a lot. So in order to do that bit, I need a bit of card. Not that bit. I need a bit of card. There's a nice crease in that bit already. So we'll use the crease to cut. There we go. Hello again. I'm not so worried about the top bit because I've got the bit I want. Is this flat edge here. Because that's going to be the base of my yeah. Oh, squeeze me. Now, in order to give me an idea of how this is going to work, I'm going to that's the last of my that reminded me that I need to make some paper back. Maybe some wood. Well, what have we got? We're on 53 minutes. Well, I think, to be quite honest, I have bored you long enough with this. I will come back and say this. Thank you for watching, if you've been watching. And if you've seen this far, into what I've been building already, I'm impressed. I was right first time. That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, if you watch to the end of this, I'm impressed. Right. When I started doing stuff on the video, I started with 4 pairs of glasses. Now I'm down to my broken pair. As you can see, a homemade fix. Because I can't get out to Specsavers now. But, you know. What do you think of a bodge? Not bad, huh? Well, anyway, so these are my "this could be your lucky day" glasses. Somewhere I've got an intellectual pair about. Little square ones are about this big. No idea where. And if you're like me, you lose them regularly. And as I said, I started out here with 4 pairs of glasses, and now I'm down to the broken set. Yeah, go figure. Anyway, be good to each other, stay safe, and I love you all. Bye for now.